Imperialism. What's going on? We're just gonna get straight to it. I'm so happy that I'm smiling today because I could finally be the first one to break the truth. And regardless what happens, you know, my content being stolen, reused and stuff like that, and then you come report my page. You people still aren't degreed under the federal law to pinpoint, my argument in what I say. So either the platforms are going to be shut down because the message is too strong, coming from people that aren't degreed through the federal government to deliver, or I'll perhaps just get my props for it. So back in '08, you people were very, very happy and you were very, very pro Obama, who was acknowledged to be Indian, who was acknowledged to be black, and who was acknowledged to be the first black president, despite, people making an argument about Abraham Lincoln, which is something that, I could talk about later on in life if we get there. What I want to say is I'm glad not just New York, but the whole entire United States of America. And I keep snickering, and I think I'm going to die with a snicker, and I'm going to die with a laugh, despite on what happens after this, because you guys, you revealed your true colors. And not just, when I say guys, not just guys, meaning males, I'm talking about people in general, because there's a male and then there's a female. So now that we understand the bigger problem of humanity and society, which is our females, right? The fact that each and every female didn't get off their butt, the butt that they like to shake, the butt that they like to take pictures of, and stuff like that. You didn't come together and you all didn't vote for Kamala. It's clear and evident. It's just too perfect of an argument that a person like me, where I sit in position in society, and my argument of where I come from and my background, because let's just say, let's just make an argument about people being bisexual or homo or whatever. It still doesn't defeat the purpose that at the age of 8, that a celebrity put his nails and squeezed my penis. He didn't take my penis and jerk me out. He didn't take my abnormal penis because I have something abnormal down there. That's another reason why I have a red chakra. And he didn't massage it, and I'm being a little boy, and he didn't massage my nuts. Because let's just face it, when I became older and I had to go to the urologist, and the urologist acknowledged that there was something wrong with me down there, have an abnormality down there, I had to let a man touch my genitals. So that didn't happen to me at a young age. I didn't get my young nuts sucked or kissed or politely massaged, because I had an erection that as a young kid and I couldn't get rid of it. I had nails in the left hand of a man that was 12 years older than me, squeeze. So for everybody that thinks I attack, the homosexual community, because of what they stand for, not to mention, the prostitution, they're charging hundreds and hundreds of dollars, but in society, in the real world, they're making it impossible for people to be on the same page as them and to accept them, because you're out here trying to humiliate people, but just charging $1,000 or maybe $300 for a date or a hookup or a host with a community member. So now that we know it's the females, that are the big problem, and not just the United States, or maybe it's just the United States, but in life in general. And it starts at your Bible. And like I said before, we don't know where exactly your Bible was started. Was it in Afghanistan? Was it in Iran? Or was it in New York? We don't know where it is, but we know certain sectors and certain sections of religion is stated in different positions of the world. So when you have a collective story that's trying to be pieced together, it starts to make sense out of your confusion. So I say that to say there was Lilith that was made the same way that Adam was. And then when she cursed herself by saying the name God, the real God's name, and you can see we don't know if it's Shiva, Yahweh, or which is a breath, which is the way you spell God without a vowel. Take a breath. Whether it's your first breath, a deep breath, or the last breath, is that's kind of like Yahweh, right? So I'm going to keep teaching you this because I believe on self-mutilation when you learn from somebody else. And I was never like the other kids that you think I am that's a part of your community. So Lilith was made the same way Adam was, but Eve wasn't. So there goes the discretion, and there goes the fight there, because Lilith was still alive while Adam and Eve were still being cursed. So I know this is making sense, because as this happened in another part of the world about 15,000 years ago, you learned about the consorts of, in the gods and goddesses or jinns of Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva, right? Shiva, Siva, whatever you want to call. And the reason why this specific jinn was given his name was because of the yoga. He didn't move. He's about 7 to 8 feet tall, and he did not move. He sat there in a yoga position, didn't eat, didn't drink, didn't defecate on himself, and didn't talk. And he stood there 7, 8 feet, rain, sleet, or snow, warm weather, in a yoga position, and was like a statue. Okay? This is what's documented. And whatever is documented, you read it, and when you read it, you learn it. And when you learn it, you grasp it. And when you grasp it, you try to embrace it, and you also try to act like it and be like it. And unfortunately for your community, I'm not your community, right? And your community always tries to be like somebody. So since you Leatherface, autistic, Texas Chainsaw Massacre people with that type of father, since y'all want to always like wear people's skin and try to be like people, right? I'm going to keep bringing that back until you guys perish. You weren't able to be greater. So your women, your retarded women that I complain about every day of my life, right? They weren't able to get along. So was it jealousy, envy, or hate? Because each and every woman, they fought for women's rights from hundreds of years ago, but you didn't have the strength, the muscle, the will to make a black woman the president of the United States. You did it for a guy, but you didn't do it for a girl. And America sounds like a woman's name. So let's just say Obama and Kamala, let's just say they didn't have the same quote-unquote racial features or ethnicity features. Let's just say if it was a white woman going for presidency, would you have voted for her? Of course not. Of course not. You wouldn't have. You rather the black man step to the white man, which was Obama, Osama, whatever you want to call them. Both was 6'4" and both was left-handed. You can call Kodak Black a clone. You can call Gucci Mane and Jamie Foxx clones. But, as soon as they start snitching, like Jamie Foxx is snitching on P. Diddy, it becomes something different. So I'm glad that the Hispanic community is absolutely flooding America. I'm glad, right? So now that you see that each and every female that's Hispanic, I don't think they're hindered from voting because I don't think all of these bitches have felonies, right? I don't think a lot of these bitches have felonies. That's the only thing blocking these bitches from voting is having felonies. There's a whole bunch of guys out here, including my pops, including an uncle, a whole bunch of cousins and friends. They got felonies, so they can't vote at all. So therefore, we can see the majority of people that are voting are high privileged people or people that just don't get in trouble or the new immigrants that have the right to vote that just didn't vote for Kamala. So you're caught. So the reason why we're such in a destruction in a recession is because of the immigration. The fact that you bitches didn't get up off your Section 8 ass, or you didn't get up off, if you're eating good, your fat ass, and go vote for her, which is Kamala, proves the theory. Why are we still alive? All that's happening is that you're making life even worse. You want to laugh at somebody's subconscious and somebody's story so bad because it hurts you so bad that a woman and women did bad in religion. So I'm the only person on this side of America that has a God-conscious mind, aka a chakra. And I have the biggest story in American history. You want to know why? Because it just doesn't go with a white man versus a Native American. It goes with a religion, and it goes with race versus religion and race. He's the small hat J community, and he's Italian. My family been here documented in the state of Virginia before the 1300s. His people, which is Max Kellerman's people, they put a shahada on me, which is an Islamic blessing, and taught each and everybody that before I could crawl or walk, I'm Muslim. However, you bitches didn't stand up and go vote for the Native American, and she's Native American, East Coast, right? Because you always look at somebody's hair and determine if they're Native American or not. That's how we know you're racist. Just like y'all motherfuckers is on these back pages and these list crawlers and stuff like that. Y'all on here and the homosexual community is charging all of this money for a fucking date. You're racist. How can I prove that? Because when you go to the Mexican household, it's about 50 of these motherfuckers in a one bedroom, and they all got jobs, and all they got to do is save their paycheck to go have a date with the same sex and same race to help, engage and promote. And what's the right word I'm talking? Tag in another person that's Hispanic, whether it's a Dominican or a Puerto Rican or a Cuban, to tag them in, right? Yeah. You see how I break this down? You see it? You see how this is going? You see how this is going to get very ugly for you? So now all of a sudden Trump is he's in a presidency, and Hamas says we don't want no more problems with the United States of America, according to them. So Trump is going to start paying us, when in fact Trump had no other option but to pay us when the pandemic hit. Had he not paid us, Andrew Lang, or whatever his name is, or Andrew Wong, whatever his name is, with the UBI bill, being that it was the Chinese virus, all he had to do was present it to us as Americans, just like Kamala Harris presented her bill in California. I got you. So either all the women were jealous of Kamala Harris, or they was just plain racist. Pick one. Okay? I'm glad I got your attention. You are all dead men walking. And like I said, for each and every color that I have, for every chakra I have, look at me as a demon, a ghost, or a spirit, a jinn, whatever the fuck you want to call it. But all I know, there's an operation that's going underground, and we happen to, function on underground, and you guys don't know it. We trade goods, we ship goods, whether it's electronics, natural resources, foods and products. We do it underground also. It's just not on freight trucks. No, it's not like that at all. They go underground, and it happens to be shipped from destination to destination very, very quick. Okay? So the terrorism starts underground because for years they have been plotting to blow something up, and they show it in movies just to recreate it. So besides them about to drop a bomb to put us out our misery, or if it's an EMP that's going to make you deaf, blind, and probably break your back and make you paralyzed in your house. Besides that, they're going to find a way to put you out your misery. Yeah, a pulsator, like an EMP, it can blind you, make you go deaf, and break your back. So if it goes off at 2 o'clock in the morning, East Coast, New York time, we're going to be asleep, right? And then all of a sudden, we're going to be paralyzed, blind, and deaf. And you're not going to be able to move. And nobody's coming to save you. Your parents can't. Your cat is going to die. Your dog is going to die. And everything, you're going to sit there, right, for as long as we sit here for. And we're going to be hungry and thirsty. And we're going to rot and deteriorate. Deaf and blind with a broken back. They have no other choice to drop an atomic bomb to put us out. Instantly. Do you see what I mean by hell? Because the original definition of hell was just a pit in the ground. So when the demons is being summoned from hell, meaning the bomb from underneath your feet in the ground where the plants and the soil is, laying at, when the demon is, boom, when it's summoned, you're going to understand the descriptive detail of the Bible, basic instructions before leaving earth. Now you have all of these graphic pictures, right, of these buildings and these explosions, and they have pareidolia, which is faces in smoke and fire. Maybe those degreed pictures are human feelings that's in the inside, how we feel. Like I said, is it a burn or a scar on Brahman's head? How we feel, maybe that is shown through a spell and degree through humans. And I'm talking about faces in smoke, faces in clouds, faces in fire, faces in water. Because we're all stuck together. A yawn is contagious. Incorporeal. Ghostly, intangible. Something not made of matter. You can feel the wind, but you can't see it. So you niggas is dead, right? And I'm glad that this world works the way it works. And I'm glad my story is the absolute dead last, because I have been digging y'all grave since before I was born. I was plotted on before I was born, obviously. If somebody wants to put a shahada on me and tell me I can't celebrate Christmas a certain way, I can't celebrate Thanksgiving a certain way, my birthday and all these pagan holidays, right? Somebody wants to put a censor on me, and then they also want to say I cannot have kids and be married or have a certain type of relationship with a certain type of female because her religion doesn't match it. Just me, though. Just me as a young kid, groomed and seasoned, months old, probably weeks. But you have the god-awful Hassan Poppy Campbell, not Aki Campbell, who can take down Africa Bambaataa in the name of Islam, but Africa Bambaataa has chicken's disease. Who happens to be my grandmother's cousin. That's what you didn't know, America. On my father's side, who benefits from what? The Barksdale buzzer, the Barksdale beep, the Barksdale bop. Yeah, all of these people up here in New York, that's my family, they're not on the Barksdale side. Actually, the Barksdales from Virginia want to come up here and chop y'all head off. And y'all know it. And y'all know I'm this close from pressing that button. Because who did I meet? As you niggas was subconsciousing me in New York, you should have made sure I wasn't in front of the federal government in Virginia. And I was in front of who? The Barksdales, the real ones. The real black Native Americans. The ones that the Spanish people, they just keep calling us African. We can't even pass for Dominican, but you kept calling me Dominican when I was in New York, right? Yeah, us. They want to come up here and kill y'all niggas too. They actually want to, you know how they got the lady boys, you know, has a whole bunch of Spanish lady boys. My cousins want to come up here and fuck y'all. Yeah. They either gonna fuck y'all and kill y'all, or they gonna kill y'all and fuck y'all. Afterwards. That's how real it is. Okay? That's how real this shit is. So being that you bitches was too lazy not to go vote for Kamala and women's suffrage and stuff like that, and you just want to keep listening to the white man, and I was around that same white man when I was a baby. Left eye spinning all. Right, Trump? See, what you fail to realize is you keep associating celebrity and fame with money and fortune. This is just like the dumbass Hispanics. They keep acknowledging the Mexicans as the other Native Americans from the West Coast, but have no idea that the black Indians of the United States of America that was on the East Coast, the ones that they knew nothing about, was named Barksdale. Fucking idiots. So now that you want to read your Bible and wear your cross, yeah, and have that same process white man, Poseidon God white man that's in your head, now that you want to show everybody that, it's time for y'all to wake up. Because y'all going to be put right back to sleep. We're going to wake y'all up early so you can be grumpy. You know how you know when you get woken up early and you got a headache and your eyes is hot and you're thirsty and your stomach is hurting and you just want to go back to sleep because your body didn't complete the rest period? You know how that happens? They want to wake you niggas up just like that and put you back to sleep and make you feel 30 times worse than you felt when you woke up. But you're going to feel like that unconscious. You know how that's possible? It's going to feel like having a chakra. Because when you pass out and you wake up from the chakra, you have the transparent universe that's ahead of you. So you can hear everything, but your eyes is just closed. You know where everybody is, but it's heat sensory that's picking up on it. That's what the Project CERN is about. In Switzerland, and they have our Lord, our King, God Shiva, right? They have him there dancing in front of it because they're trying to break the supernatural realm in the natural realm by cutting air. How don't you get it? Incorporeal, ghostly, intangible. Something made of not matter, not composed. The wind, you can feel it, but you can't see it. That's what it is. Temperature. It's very possible. If you sit in one space and you shadow box and you throw 1,000 punches, right? And then you move from that spot and then you move back into the spot, you'll feel the difference, the frequency of temperature. If you stand in front of somebody that's been boxing for a while and you can't throw a punch, it's because that person's degree, their terrain, right, of their shadow, it makes you tired, believe it or not. It's just like a person that lift compounds, lift weights. You ever been in front of somebody that lift weights and they make you tired? I know all you people get nauseous and nauseated when you see me, as much cardio as I did, and I have chakras. So I know it's even worse. I can stand in front of people that have been lifting hundreds and hundreds of pounds for years or been throwing thousands and thousands of punches, and I feel how tired they are. but they still can't stop me. I get them tired. It's just like that. You see how the CPS worker got choked out yesterday by the bad father, by the big bad black father who got mad, choked him right out, right? So you got this skinny ass man about to take this big ass brolic black man, his children away from him. Now little girls lie all the time. Little girls call CPS on their father all the time. If they get taken away from their mother or vice versa, and they want to see their father and they with their mother, they will call CPS and they will lie. You take their cell phone away from them, you tell them they can't go out with a boy or whatever, they call CPS. Yes, they do. So now you see the dangers of it. You got a man that's probably been in jail back and forth his whole life, and he was strong enough to take his two arms and choke out this skinny worker that has a power to give this man a mental health and get paid for it. And not even tell the father that goes through a stress every single day of his life. He didn't even tell the pops what had happened. He just wanted the father to be disciplined and laugh and walk away. That's symbolic to something. If you don't take care of yourself a certain way, you get pulled up on. Women do that a lot. You bitches sit in the house, you smoke, you drink, and you eat. Swear to God you're getting thick. Swear to God your legs is getting bigger, and swear to God that your ass is getting fatter. Now, back in the day, we didn't have social media, and a lot of people didn't have cameras. So these pictures were banned a long time ago. You had to be licensed to be in a magazine, and then old enough to be purchasing the magazine and to be in the magazine. You had to be old enough. Rated R, rated X, rated PG-13, rated G, rated PG. Listen, all of those guidelines and structures were made because of something called religion. Okay? That's why. You had to have certain restrictions to keep everybody in order. And guess what? These rules are still here. But the messed up part about it, as you people keep deciphering on who the rule sticks to, just like your community deciphers who they want to become gay or who they want to become married, who they want to become a transgender or who they want to become a dyke. You sit there and you pick and choose, just like the cops. The cops is going to sit there and look at you and judge and see if they want to do something to you. And they want to judge and see if they don't want to do something to you, just based on how you look. Whether it's the color of your skin or maybe the color of your lips. They'll sit there and judge you, not knowing you got an autoimmune condition and you could be sick. One day your lips could be purple, next day your lips could be high pink due to the weather. And then if somebody see you walking down the street, you're an alcoholic, you need to drink water. Well, bitch, I drink 2 gallons of water every single day. You need to stop smoking. Well, bitch, I don't smoke. I actually run and I don't drink afterwards because when you drink afterwards with an autoimmune condition, it can turn into gas and it can make you belch, regurgitate, and throw up. And then you can have symptoms in your head to where your eyes and your circulation starts to clog up. Through gas. Water started it. It wasn't regulating the right way. But yet in still America, you hire registered nurses, and these bitches are in the hospital taking pictures of their fat ass. Not knowing that 9 out of 10, maybe 10 out of 10, or 11 out of 10 times, people get sick for not having sex. Animals that get castrated, they wind up dying or having a mental health. Or the animals that's in the wild that don't have sex, they die off. So if you want to keep teaching that having heterosexual sex is wrong, right? You want to keep teaching that because that's what you women do. Then you might as well just jump in the grave. And that's an autoimmune condition. There's an autoimmune condition called Graves' disease. And you know, it affects the throat, the blue chakra. I have the blue chakra. So since you want to tell me that, right? Your grave has been digged already. Jump in this shit, okay? You can take your fat ass, you can take your titties and other people's hair that you wear. Because since you want to abide by the Bible back in the day, a long time ago, it was altered. Wearing makeup and fake hair was considered demonic. So if you want to go before the Bible, in Hindu, where there was no such thing as a devil, but there was a demon, wearing somebody's hair and wearing somebody's makeup or face or skin, leather face, scars or whatever, was considered demonic. And they took it out. So all of the bad shit that they took out of religion, they withheld it from y'all, made it a norm. You know what a taboo is? A taboo, definition of taboo, is something against the norm. So they made something normal, they normalized something that was known as evil, just to sit up there, watch, and view the spectrum. Objective and to prescribe it to you. You see what I'm saying? Your perspective and objective. So you see these bitches is walking around with fake hair, fake asses. They don't work out. They're in pain, still miserable. Taunting people, wanting to be a sex object or whatever. Getting mad at you if you pursue them, right? But they got a gay friend who's a man, and that's what they want to see so they can laugh. So, like the god-awful step-cousin that I have, Hassan Campbell, I'll be your fucking Huckleberry, right? I'll be it. Kamala Harris is Native American. That's how the Native Americans look on the East Coast. She's actually Aboriginal, not Aberranian. My family, Aberranian, the sun-kissed to the red, to the green, to the black, where it's purple. That's called Aberranian. So everybody that's Jamaican, Haitian, and African, that's dark-skinned, you're considered Aberranian. And you don't hear the name because they took it out, just like they took out being demonic, using hair and makeup is demonic. Yeah, they took that out just to watch how another side of molestation and harassment arises, which is the Hispanic Aboriginal or the Caribbean Aboriginal. And then you have the Asians that are Aboriginals. Light skin, black eyes and black hair. Shiva had a son. Vishnu had called them ugly because that would have happened. The symbolization of it is either Ganesh was either autistic and retarded, excuse my language, but you put that type of disfigurement back in the day, like the Egyptians, they used to put that type of disfigurement up in God's realm. He came or she came from a special universe. They didn't demoralize it like they do now. They made the person into a god, into a superhero. Okay? These people with these disfigurements or different type of embodiments or retardation. So, yeah, you Huckleberry I am. You failed the test again. You wanted a black man to be president, but you didn't want a fucking black woman to be president? Are you kidding me? The Pilgrims came over here and they killed women. Indian women. They killed African women. How could you not want a woman to win the fucking presidency? Even the Caribbeans are mad and calling her an Indian bitch. We already know that game. How everybody on the Caribbean side, they key in on a certain look. Whether we look like a panther or a cat, right? And they keep trying to mistreat us, put us in a negative. You got the people that look like Floyd Mayweather, right? And you got the people that look like me. And you got the stupid bitches that teach everybody else to treat him like Vishnu and to treat me like somebody else. Y'all see the card game just came back out. The Illuminati card game just came back out. It was just released. You will never see the Hindu card game again, but you're going to see as soon as you open up that deck in the Illuminati card game, it says World War III. That had to have been the stupidest shit I've ever seen in my life. For y'all to sit up here and try to come together with a white man and vote for Trump. The dumbest shit ever. Not just domestic terrorism. That's just not an act of domestic terrorism. He has 42 felonies. Look how many felonies he has. There's somebody with one felony that cannot vote. The president has 42 fucking felonies, and he's about to be in office for 4 fucking years. You don't think people from the other countries that share their religion, that shares their natural resources, that don't want their people over here, you don't think that's going to rub them a type of way? It's not. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. She had a plan. She made the immigrants and gave them asylum. She showed you something. You either going to give me my way or I'm going to terrorize the shit out you. She's been terrorizing us. Obviously, coming from California. By giving those people, those immigrants, all of that leeway. So she knew something beforehand. You listen to the future. When you listen to the future and the future finally comes, you can't fucking change it. You know why? You lived your whole life for the future. You prepped for that fucking day. So once you prep for that specific day, it's gonna happen. There's no going back from that. Are you kidding me? There's nothing you can say or do. So now that we know every woman didn't get up off their ass and go vote for Kamala so we can seal a victory, we had a black woman become president before we had a white woman become president, right? Because the Spanish people don't acknowledge slavery. Who do you put? Trump. Donald Trump. Back in office. Why? Because the price of gas and eggs were down. Meanwhile, this woman is about to sign a universal high income bill or a universal basic income bill. All you got to do is sit there and be patient. She's not allowed to say that in her presidential campaign, that she's about to make that national. I think that's obvious. She can't do that. It's illegal because it was already implemented into something that she did as a prosecutor on the West Coast. Just like the senator, the guy that's running it for senator in Connecticut. He messed up on the electricity bill. Everybody's electricity bill went up to $400, $500, $600. The Asian guy. Yeah. Same thing. You can't do certain things. You can just wait until they become president. As soon as they sign off to become president, then they make these bills. Then they implement that type of stuff. Y'all wanted her to go out on a hinge and say, yes, we need to hear about these stamps being present to all of us, and we need to hear about this check being present to all of us. And it's not possible. It's not legal. It wasn't legal. It's not legal yet. That's what she's telling y'all. Meanwhile, you got people trying to blow Trump's head off. Mr. Left Eye Spinner. I know you remember me when I was a baby, because I remember my fucking Shahada. And not to mention, you was at all the boxing fights, and you knew my aunt and mother, and you knew Carter Truth Williams, and you knew my dad. Once again, celebrity and fame. You try to get it confused with fortune and money, right? Got you. You tried to make me Muslim. I'm not good. Listen, Islam is beautiful. Islam could be a beautiful religion. Very peaceful. Once you make salat, you surround yourself with the proper deeds and deen that they tell you to do. It's 100% the best yoga and everything possible. That's how I feel. That's how I know. But when you have scumbags like Hassan Campbell, Zip with the Drip, and all these other suck ass niggas that wanna shy away from the blood gang life, and they wanna come together and become Muslim to try to dead the beef, but stab certain people in the back like Little Dirk, how he wants to be too Muslim, but he's a BD. You start to hate that side of the religion. It's called haram, bad. So me, I'm gonna separate myself from it, 100%. And now, not just the women, you just didn't expose yourself because you bitches don't get along in the United States of America. That's why we're not gonna get along in the United States of America, the guys. Not only that, now you're showing us that it's more Hispanic people, Latin people, that's unwanted in this country than anybody else. That's what you just showed us. The Hispanics went from hating Trump to voting for him. Meanwhile, Kamala, she gave Hispanic people asylum and those privileges, the monies, the income, the capital. She granted them that to come over here and make a better life. So you're caught, each and every one of y'all, because the Hispanic people over here, y'all comfortable. That's why. You don't care about your kind. If you did, you would come over here. You wouldn't come over here. You would go over there and help your people. Understand that. You wouldn't be over here still kicking that racist shit like how y'all kick. They got all the construction jobs. So you mean to tell me the Spanish people didn't look at the pictures in history when they were in Death Valley, Nevada, California, and all them other West Coast places, and they see the people that look just like them, that's dressed up as Native Americans? You mean to tell me they didn't feel a type of way? You mean to tell me it's not purposely done, that they're digging up the earth using shovels, construction machinery, and shit like that? Putting their essence and their aura in the ground, feeling good about themselves because they think this is their country? Meanwhile, when you cross and you come to my side and you see that we're not African and there's no way we could get along because you did exactly what the white man did to us, you stripped us from our ethnicity. You stripped us from our heritage. You stripped us from our roots. The only way I can get a red chakra is by being Native American and not just being born here, actually my family being from here that science can't explain. That's the only way you can get a red chakra. That's it. I'm not Caribbean. I'm not Hispanic. I'm not fucking Arabic. I'm not African. I'm not none of that shit. The only way you can get a root red chakra is if you're from that same indigenous body of land. Meaning, if I was in Africa, me right here, if I was in Africa and I took the steps to get in the red chakra, I wouldn't be able to get it. If I was somewhere in them Latin countries, Spain, Portugal, or whatever, trying to get a red chakra, I wouldn't be able to get it. You know why? Because on that sector, that side of the land, my people wasn't there. My people wasn't born there. It wasn't spawned there, nothing. My people was from the East Coast, from Virginia to North Carolina, from New York all the way straight through to North Carolina. Not Florida, not Connecticut, not none of that shit. From New York and every state within, down in North Carolina. That's where my family is from. Especially from Virginia and North Carolina. That was the passage from Virginia to the top of North Carolina. The bottom of Virginia is called the 757, the 7 seas, the 7 lakes, the 7 cities. Richmond is the capital, and my family has owned land in Chase City, Virginia. Go look up Chase City, Virginia. That's the passage. That's where the Native Americans were. My great-grandmother, she still has that place indigenous. You can't, and she's dead. You can't build shit over there. You can't cut down the grass. There's wild animals over there and everything. It's still indigenous as shit. So now that we know that Trump wants to shut the border down, but all of these motherfuckers is over here anyway, right? And it's either racism or jealousy, because we could have did it in America, even though they're not a married couple. It would look too horrible if you was to make Michelle Obama the president right after Barack. Why not have a different type of black woman? Oh, I know why. She probably wasn't black enough, right? Her and Obama look alike. Same color and everything. His middle name is Hussein. Yeah. His origins come from the terrorism side, the terrorist Indians. The Indians that's going to ride the magic carpet and with a bomb strapped to this shit and fly right into a fucking building. All she said is she spent time in Jamaica. Everybody knows before they changed the map of the globe, Jamaica was fucking Virginia, you idiots. Now you call it the Caribbean. And if you wanna know something, I'm about to teach you something. Caribbean, when it was first discovered, was mental health. Y'all all act alike and everything. Yes, it wasn't no such thing as a fucking Caribbean. When you say you're a Caribbean, you are fucking retarded. Yes, you are. That's what this shit was. And just like hair and makeup and aberrane, the word aberranian, it got blackballed and held back, Caribbean did too. So the white man can sit up there and fucking laugh at you. Because y'all all act alike. So I can see if it's fuck me, right? Since before I was born, it's fuck me. Guess what? It's fuck you too. And I said that shit before I was born. Fuck you too. Go to hell. Die. This is my sign. That's my shit. That's my slogan. That's how I really, really feel. And I'm glad I could teach you that at the end of your fucking life. Yeah. Go to an HBCU and watch a white man teach you the word faggot means blue-eyed man. Not blue-eyed person, but blue-eyed man. And then watch another discussion. They teach you about what a Caribbean was. A cross-eyed Indian that likes to tread water. Yeah. You ever seen y'all eyes just go dead left? I know y'all see that. Y'all eyes just get completely cocked out of no reason because you're holding your breath too long. A fucking Caribbean. So an African, a Chinese, and all that, all y'all motherfuckers can be a Caribbean. Don't y'all see that y'all all get together? Y'all all get along? Yeah, don't y'all see that shit? The Spanish people too? Fucking Caribbeans. And then there's some people whose eyes turn straight black. Like mine. Like some of them fucking Arabs. Don't you notice that? Fucking Caribbean. So now, right? Now that we got that shit out of the way, right? Since you're a Jamaican or you're a fucking Haitian, right? And you're right. You want to know why you're right? Because you're that? Because that certain body of land was named that by the white man. And when you're born there, you become a Jamaican Indian or a Haitian Indian. You're absolutely right. You are. But our point is, why the fuck are you here then? Why? How come? You're going to see a little Indian kid and you're going to wish that your kid could look like the little fucking Indian kid? Are you going to hold your breath? Incorporeally, and hope that something that's intangible starts moving that you really can't see becomes, your seed. Is that what it is? Of course it is. You fucking weirdo. And that's all y'all. Everybody. Disgusting. They called that an Indian bitch. And forgot that they voted for Barack Hussein Obama, who probably was in the Diddy party. Now, like I said before, Diddy can't control everything that happens in his party. Because if somebody famous have a party, all it takes is two white people that's radical white KKK men or KKK women to come to a Diddy party and do some fucked up shit in a Diddy party. And it looks bad on Diddy. Right or wrong. And that's what's happening in America. Y'all motherfuckers from different countries keep coming over here, making this shit worse, right? Knowing damn well that people that belong here, that originated here, we don't want y'all here. And being that we have to be miserable with you niggas, we want to get put to sleep with you niggas. And we're going to get you put to sleep. That's what religion is about. There are wars and fights and battles, death, bloodshed in religion. It's rape in religion. God, God, government of departments. That's why the Arabs, they say Allah. You get it? You see how gods are a form of legislative and government? They run shit? Yeah. Well, the Illuminati cards are back. God, God, government of departments. They're about to fuck this shit up. Underground. And guess who knows it? Kamala Harris. Yeah. You can't. There's nobody in America. Listen to me. Nobody in America right now. Y'all can't complain about nothing. Don't complain about work. Don't complain about violence. Don't complain about being sick. Don't complain about mental health. Don't complain about nothing. Because what you dumbass niggas just did, you took the white man that started that shit and put him right back in office. You have yet to prove that a black woman did that shit to us. Yet to prove it. Straight up. Don't complain about nothing. I'm not holding no doors for y'all niggas, for y'all bitches. I'm not helping you pick nothing up. I'm not breaking up no fights. I'm not changing no tires. I'm not pumping your fucking gas. I'm not giving you no change or anything. I'm not doing shit for you. Fuck you. Fuck you till you die. Y'all just sat up there and complained and put the white man right back. All this nigga gonna do is do exactly what Biden did. Make you go back to work. Y'all act like Trump is gonna sit up here, tell everybody to stay home. No more work. I'm gonna pay y'all just to stay home and buy stuff and go on trips. Y'all act like Trump is gonna do that for y'all. Just because he did the PUA in the pandemic and had no other choice. He had no other choice. The federal, if he said no at that time, the federal government They would have got him out of there, or they would have passed the bill. The only reason why Biden was able to do it is because it was at the end of the pandemic, not the beginning of the pandemic. Okay? That's why. If Biden would have did that shit in the beginning of the pandemic, they probably would have shot his head off, crashed his plane, okay, and didn't pass the UBI bill or the PUA bill. I'm being dead serious. Don't complain about nothing. I don't want to hear shit. I'm not helping you with your bags. Fuck your car. I'm not gonna help you park. None of that shit. Nothing. Your kids, fuck your kids too. For that community, your little retarded ass kids that be picking up dog shit. I'm not helping that shit either. If the little nigga fall off the swing and fuck up and break his back or break his leg, I'm not calling 911. Be out there with your fucking kid. It's over. It's over. What was that? She should have won by a landscape. Excuse me. Give her the chance to fuck up. Give her the chance. Y'all let money buy y'all out. Money. That's what y'all did. Y'all let Trump's money buy y'all out. He got 40 fucking felonies. Meanwhile, the average citizen with a felony can't get a decent 9 to 5. How stupid are y'all, motherfuckers? That means there's a bunch of people that don't speak English or understand the literature or understand knowledge. There's a bunch of y'all people over here. And a lot of y'all got power. Sickening. Disgusting. I despise all y'all niggas. It gets worse. Worse. Called the Indian bitch in America. White man that took over America years ago. Niggas complained about this shit for their whole life. They just put a prisoner to death. They injected him lethal injection because he witnessed two white people in power kill each other, basically. He witnessed it. They didn't want to get in trouble. They blamed him and they put him to sleep. White people.